What up, family? What's going on? How are you? This is me, Trayvon Jones, Conscious Talk channel. Do me a favor, come in, pressing that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed to my channel. I'm gonna get right into it. This is something that we're seeing a rise of, especially in America, where a lot of our women just have no accountability whatsoever. A lot of our women have lost their minds, so to speak. You know, um, and I'm really basing it on the fact that a lot of our women in particular have been bamboozled, have been lied to, because you have a lot of white women who fought for feminism for a long time. And the reason why they fought for feminism is because they wanted equality. They wanted to be equal to their man. They just wanted some of the same things that their men had, but black women took it to a whole nother level and just said, well, we don't need you. We don't need men at all. We don't need your sorry ass. Because what I'm hearing from a lot of black women is that, black men don't have anything. We don't contribute to anything. So why should we be respected? And this is the mentality of a lot of black women, today in America, not all over. And this is not all, American black women, but this is but majority of them, and which why it causes a lot of concern, you know. And what do you do with that? What do you do when you're being constantly told you're not wanted, you're not needed? You know, um, you have a lot of our women jumping in men's faces, yelling at them, cursing at them, talking down to them, and everybody just, if you as a man buck up on them or, tell them, look, don't get in my face, you are the one are deemed as being disrespectful. You're the one who has the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. And this is an issue. And until these laws change, men have just decided to do other things. And this is not just black men. This is all types of men, are saying that, we just gonna leave these crazy ass women alone. But you have a black woman who decided that she wanted to protect her boyfriend. Now her boyfriend is over here. He's being arrested because he's, you know, um, this is he committed, a murder or something of that nature. It has something to do with murder. Plus, he had a gun on him. All these type of things. And this black woman, decided that she wanted to protect him, and she's jumping all up in a police officer's face. She's jumping in his face, yelling at him, pulling on him. And when he moves her out of the way or tells her to stop because you are interfering, she slaps him. And his natural reaction was to knock her the fuck out. Now, all of a sudden, her mama, her grandmama, who didn't teach her any accountability, by the way, they're all upset because this police officer slapped her. Now, that was a natural reaction. Now, this is a little bitty woman, and he easily could have just really, really just hurt her terribly because she hit her head on the concrete. Now, he could have hurt her, but that was a natural reaction. But when are people and when are women going to start holding other women accountable? We can all say he was wrong. He shouldn't have hit her that hard. We can all say that until we're blue in the face. But when are we going to say that she was wrong for jumping in his face? Never mind that he was a police officer. That has nothing to do with it. Excuse me, that has everything to do with it. That has a lot to do with it. But he's a police officer. But if he was just an average black man, you see how things could have easily took a toll for the worst? Because as a police officer, he's already being dogged the fuck out. Now, I am not a police advocate like that. I don't believe in cops like that. I don't believe in what they stand for, But here's the thing. A lot of black women and a lot of women in America in particular will jump in your face, will curse you out, will hit you, will push you, will slap you, the very thing that this woman did to this police officer. And then when you snap off on her, will call the police on your ass. But see, these women are constantly not being held accountable. No accountability at all. So they get bold enough to want to go slap a police officer in his face. And when he knocks her the fuck out, now you got all these people, all these women coming out the woodworks crying, mama crying with them fake ass tears. Talking about, oh, I don't care what she did. He didn't have to hit her like that. No, you should care what she did. You should care what she did. This is what could have got her killed. This is what could have gotten other people around killed. What she did could have gotten her easily killed. So you should care. And as a mother, you should have told her, what the fuck were you thinking? Slapping a man like that, that's 3 times bigger than you? You hit him? Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that, you idiot? That man could have killed you. I don't want to bury you. I don't want you to be hurt by doing some foolish, stupid shit like that. But because she did some foolishness, now mama and grandmama deem fit to want to to lawyer up and think they're going to get paid. Now, again, I am not a police advocate, but in this particular situation, because a lot of our women have just lost their fucking minds, have just totally lost their minds. But I'm going to try to show you this video.
Story tonight after video of an arrest in Harlem went viral.
It's had almost 30,000 views, and now residents are calling for an investigation into
But they want an investigation, y'all.
CBS 2's Dave Carlin live in Lower Manhattan with all the details. Dave.
An officer whose actions are being investigated and a woman awaiting arraignment behind me, stemming from an incident with a video that people are talking about. This is the video posted to social media that shows a chaotic arrest that you see get even more chaotic after this woman enters the frame. Identified as 19-year-old Tamani Crum, she confronts an officer as he arrested a man Crum reportedly knows. The woman engages the officer, appearing to slap him, and he responds with what looks like a wallop of a punch, causing her to fall backwards onto pavement. You see her get picked up off the ground and taken into custody. Here is Crum's grandmother.
Now you hear this grandmother, y'all?
Then the people.
You hear the grandmother?
People out in the street.
Crum's mother.
Now look at the mama, y'all.
Use her name and who did not make any public
Look at those
comments,
fake ass tears, y'all.
as she stood next to the family's lawyer, Jamie Santana.
Look at that fake ass shit.
Of Miss Crum.
She looking like I'm gonna get a check.
Very shaken and devastated by the.
She's looking like I'm about to get paid. I'm about to get a check. Yeah, excuse, a lot of stuff was popping up when I was trying to show you guys a video. But she's looking like I'm about to get paid and I'm about to get a check. That's how she's looking right now. But she did not teach her daughter any accountability. The grandmother didn't teach her daughter any accountability, and the daughter didn't teach her daughter any accountability. And telling them, you cannot disrespect authority like that. You just can't do it. As much as I dislike police officers and what they stand for, it's not so much that I hate black cops or just cops in general, because they're people. They have lives and they have things, and things that they have to do as well. But I don't like the structure of the police, because we all know where that shit comes from. We know that that's some slave patrol type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's where all that shit comes from. So we know where it comes from. So no, I don't support police officers in that manner. But when are we going to learn that there are rules? We are living in a land where the enemy is looking at us at every given level. They have already taken your men away from you, ladies, black woman. They've taken your man away from you. Your man is going to other countries and dating outside of their race right now because they can't fucking deal with your ass. Because you make it so fucking difficult. And that was part of the fucking plan in the first place. And you fell for it. You fell for it. Now your ass is alone. And you constantly ranting and raving, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Were those same men that you don't even want to make babies with? Because half of these babies that you having are all by the same damn men. So a lot of these men that you don't even want are saying, okay, you don't even want us anyway. So we'll go somewhere else where we are needed, where we are respected. Now your ass is alone. And your enemy sees that you're alone. Because everybody knows that the man is the first line of defense for any group of people. It's the man that is the protection. So anybody that's an invader that's coming from the outside, they know if they can remove those men, they can take over the rest of the people, the women and children. They got you. And you had a bunch of white females that told you, yeah, fight with us because we're trying to get equality with our men, but look at how they're treating you too. And then those same white women came in and took the best of your black men. Took the best of your black men, and while your ass stood there talking about you don't need a man. That is fucking foolish and idiotic. The other day, I'm going to the goddamn store. I get off work. I'm going to the store, so I can go home and take a shower, relax and shit like that. And I took some time getting out of my car because I want to, mask up because I still put my mask on and shit like that. And these two black females took their precious time getting out the car like I did. And as soon as I get out the car, they get out the motherfucking car. Beat me in the motherfucking line. But then what I'm getting from these women, they standing in front of me in line, holding the fucking line up, being ignorant and ghetto as fuck with a blanket, one of them with a blanket wrapped up around them, with a fucking bonnet on top of their goddamn head. The other one with some short, skimpy ass dress on, early in the morning, Googling eyeing me. Like, I know y'all prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? And this is all you see in me is some money. You see me with my uniform on, my work uniform, and this is all you see in me is some money. See, this is why men are just over it. I mean, you don't even see me as an individual, as a good individual. You know what I'm saying? Maybe want to take care of his family, be a good man, provide. You don't even see none of that. You just see an opportunity to get some fucking money. And men are fucking tired of it. And we can't even see the good women because you're standing in the way. Talking about how much you don't need us, but then the only thing you see in us is just money. When are we going to start holding women accountable? Because black men get held accountable every fucking day. All the time. We get held accountable all the damn time. For everything. We don't have any allies, black men. We don't have any. Our own women don't even like us. And they make it known that they don't like us. What are you supposed to do with that? Be frustrated and angry and then have them deem us as, as tyrants and we're dangerous? Because this is the narrative that a lot of our black women are painting us as. Black men. We don't have any friends, so we need to befriend each other, black man. We have to build each other up because we are all we have. Because a lot of times, especially on this channel, I was always talking about black love, black unity, and we are all we have, and we need to support each other. But when I started seeing how black women separate themselves from black unity, it's always what black women need, what we need, not what the man, woman, and child need. Not what we all need as a unit. It's just what I need, what we need as women. And I knew right then that it's just over. It's done and it's over. So why even keep fighting a losing fucking battle? You can't argue the shit away. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you can't keep constantly getting upset. Having fucking mental issues and breakdowns because your woman don't just want to act right and act like they don't even fucking like you. You can't keep going through things like that. When you walk down the street, you speak to an Asian woman or a Latino or a Latina woman or a white woman, and they all greet you and say hello. But when you talk to a black woman or say hello to a black woman, they look at you like, why are you fucking bothering me? Why are you bothering me? They look at you like you are the problem as a black man. as a so-called black man. You are the problem. This is how they look at you and how they deem you. And for years, they have had no accountability and haven't had to be held to any type of thing. You know, it's easy to say, well, we're all black, so we all suffer the same things. In times past, women, our black women stood by their black man. They stood by us. And they showed the world how much they loved us. And they saw our value and our worth. And somewhere along the line, when the 60s and all that kind of shit came in and all that, it just changed. And then you start getting women who saying that I can raise my child by myself. I don't need a man. I don't have to have a man to raise my child. When statistically, when you have single parents, when you have a man raising children versus a female raising the children as a single parent, statistically, the man does better with raising the children. He does better. Because he's raising the children with fucking logic and sense and not to just react on emotion all the time. Women are emotional beings. They're teaching the boys and the girls how to act off of emotion a lot of times and not use common fucking sense. Act now and then think later. But then a lot of these laws and rules are deemed where there's no accountability, where no one's being held, the women are being not held accountable. Now, see, now this woman, because she slapped a police officer, not only was she arrested, but she was booked and she was charged. That's a form of accountability because she, you know, that's a form of accountability. And I know that a lot of people are shocked. You got simps out there that are fucking shocked. You don't do that to a woman. You shouldn't put your hands. You're bigger than her. I don't care what she did. No, you should care what she did. She needs to learn that you can't put your hands on a man that's bigger than you. You can't do that. You can't do that. You need to learn that that man, even though he's bigger than you and he shouldn't do it, might knock you the fuck out. You need to know that. He might hurt you. You need to understand that. You need to understand that. Quit making excuses and saying that you can say what you want to say. You can jump in men's faces that are twice and three times bigger than you, but he better not touch me. He better not hit me. See, this is the brainwashing that a lot of women teach their boys, you know, how to do. And this is a lot of brainwashing that even simpy ass men teach their boys. Don't put your hands on. No, you get away from that woman. If that woman is loud, jumping all up in your goddamn face, acting like she wanted and getting loud and embarrassing you in front of people, you get away from her immediately. And you leave her the fuck alone and don't make a mistake and make a baby with her ass. You leave those type of women alone and you get away from them immediately. You shouldn't have to put your hands on them. Because when a motherfucker make you want to put their hands on you like that, when you want to put your hands on them, you need to get far away from them. That's what you need to do. Get away from them immediately. You don't be around people that want to antagonize you, want to push your buttons and shit like that. You get away from stupid ass people like that because you're going to be the one that's going to end up in jail because you're going to have a whole lot of women who are going to support her even though she is the one who started it and she instigated it. She's the one that started and instigated it, but you are going to be the one that's going to pay. So the best thing you can do is to quit fucking with them and let them understand that I don't need you either. Just like you say you don't need me, I don't need you. I'll get with someone who shows me and actually wants me and does need me. I want to be with somebody that does need me, but not in the ways that you are trying to think and trying to push out there like they're going to be a slave and I just want someone to be subservient. No, I want someone who's going to treat me like the man that I think I should be treated, especially when I'm doing my part as a man. When I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man, providing, taking care of, doing what I'm supposed to do as a man, I do think I'm supposed to be treated right. Absolutely. I think you should spoil me just like I do that for you. Absolutely. But you got a lot of American women today who think that a man is supposed to provide. He's supposed to pay for every goddamn thing, but I ain't supposed to do nothing. And then you have women who think, well, I work too. I have my money too. But you think that man is supposed to spend all his money on you and to spend all the money on bills while you keep all your damn money. But then you turn around and say things like, well, I work too. We're equal. No, you're not. You're not equal. Sorry. You are not equal. You have a role. He have a role. There's no equality. You know, there's no better than. It's just this is my role and this is your role. If you choose to work, that's beautiful. But if you expect for me to be in what you consider my role, because you wouldn't have a man where I feel like I'm, got to pay half of this and pay half of that. I need a man to be able to be a man. Well, those same men want a woman to be a real woman. And it's not you just being there. Those days, men are over that shit. Men are over it because you got a lot of women who want to have babies by Pookie and Ray Ray and all the rest of the 20, the 10% of men, and then want the average men that they never really even wanted to come and be stepdaddies and pick up the slack and a lot of women are upset because a lot of men are not doing that. You still gonna have simp ass motherfuckers, but it's only a limited supply of them right about now. Every woman ain't gonna be able to scoop up all of them. So then what are you gonna do? Because a lot of other men are just saying, you know what? I can go get treated over here in this other country. I'll just get my passport and I'll just go, I can only go and, visit 3 or 4 times a year, whatever the situation. I can go to different places, whatever. Or however many times you go a year, but men are just saying, you know what, I'd rather do that. And that's a damn shame when you got women right here in your land where you live that don't even want to act right. And I'm one of these type of brothers that I think men should speak to men, and I think women should speak to women. But you do have men that feel that way, and I feel that way to a certain extent. But right is right and wrong is wrong, and I'm the type of person that I'm gonna speak on whatever I feel is wrong or right at that particular time, male or female. I don't give a goddamn what it is. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And even though the men, we all have a lot of problems in our communities that we all have to fix and we have to deal with as men. But right now, the big picture is a lot of these are women, and it's American women as a whole. It's not even just black women, but I'm speaking about our community. That's what I'm speaking of, and that's what I'm referring to and what I'm talking about when I'm talking about our community, and a lot of black men are just over it and fed up and tired and saying, listen, we can't argue with you. We can't fight you. We're tired of being put on child support. We're tired of you, even though we're doing all these things, to take care of our children, you still look at us like we're less than, like we're shit. You still talk down to us. You still allow the children to think badly of us. And we're tired of it. We want to be respected. We don't want to be left, we don't want to be men that are for leftover ass women, because they didn't want us in the beginning. And now all of a sudden, because you see that, I work, I have some money, things of that nature. Now all of a sudden you want me to come and pick up the slack. As much as I love children, and I think that all children are a blessing, I do. I really do. And I love children, but I'm not responsible for some other man's seed. Just like no other man is responsible for mine. And as a woman, why would you want another man to come and pick up the slack? You should be trying to make better decisions, on who you make a baby with, because that is one of the greatest honors you can give a man. And you gonna give it to some motherfucker that's not even deserving of it? I have story after story that I can tell you of just women, just even within my own family, that have made decisions like this. Men that would have taken care of them. Men that wanted to be with them. They didn't want to be with them. Matter of fact, they went out and would go have an abortion. Like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want your baby. I don't want you. And, and this man ain't never did nothing wrong to him. But let's be honest, he probably couldn't fuck. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to feel like she tied down. And even though he begged and said, please don't kill my baby. Don't do that. Why? This is my body and I can do what I want to do. And they do. She did. They do. Then here comes Tyrone, who ain't about shit, with the big dick. You know, he looked good, you know, knocks her up. Well, she decides to keep that baby. She wants to keep that one. Of course, no relationship comes out of it. You know, nobody's together. Nobody's getting married. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, Tyrone probably didn't even tell his family about the child in the first place. Probably didn't even tell. You just happen to just run across his sister or family member, and that's how the family was even able to find out that, hey, he's getting, you know, our brother's getting ready to have a baby with some chick. I just happened to run across her and we started talking, and, you know, she said his last name, and I'm like, yo, that's my brother. What? He didn't even tell the family that you even existed. Then you run across a simp, and now you want him to pick up the slack and be a stepdaddy, because children are gifts, and, you know, and it's not the child's fault, and, you know, and but when a man says, well, I don't want to pick up that extra baggage, I don't want to do that. Well, children aren't baggage. This is, you know, and how dare you say that? Well, no, to me, that child is baggage, because now you're going to hinder me even more. So not only am I'm bringing you in, which is a financial ruin for me, now you want me to take care of your children, your child too? That is so unfair. Even if a man has children and a woman comes into their lives and takes care of that child, it's not on a financial level like that. It's not. So if you're giving love and you're feeding the child and you're just there and showing love and all that kind of stuff to the child, thank you. That's wonderful. That's your role. That's your gift. That's what you're supposed to do. But men by nature are financial. So for a man to take on another child that belongs to somebody else, we automatically is going to be deemed financial, and that is a hardship. That is a total hardship. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. Press that thumbs up. But that's a total hardship. And even when you look at nature, when you look at the wild, you look at lions and tigers and shit like that. You know, when a male lion comes in and he sees that these lionesses have offspring, they're going to kill those offspring. That's what they're going to do. They're going to kill them because they realize that these offspring are going to rise up against me one day and try to kill me and take over my shit. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but that's somebody else's fucking legacy. I'm not raising that. Now, we don't just kill other people's offspring. We don't do shit like that. But as a man, to just actually get with a woman and to do that, that is suicide. That's crazy. And it makes absolutely no sense to do that. None whatsoever. To put yourself in that situation. Now, there are always exceptions. You know what I'm saying? You know, there are always exceptions, you know. But as a norm, why would you be teaching your boys, you know, to pick up the slack of some other man's baby on a financial tip? That's crazy as fuck to do something like that. You know, and a lot of men are just tired and over it, and it's driving a lot of women crazy. I'm just seeing all these videos popping up with women over here talking about, you passport bros and motherfuckers, y'all going out there, we gonna help you pack and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You know, a lot of women are angry and upset, and they're showing their disdain and anger towards a lot of black men that they never even really wanted in the first place, that they showed a disdain to, and that they don't even like. But just the fact that we're not in your face and you can't use us the way that you want to use us, and we don't just take the abuse and being used because we're just trying to get some pussy and that's the only way we can get it type of situation. Well, we're finding out that we have other options. And we don't have to settle for that. We don't have to. As a matter of fact, you have other women from other countries making videos saying, hey, American men, we welcome you. If your women don't want to treat you well, we welcome you. So, brothers, that's why it's important to keep yourself clean, your record clean. Do not, damage your record. Allowing, these women, or you doing something stupid, putting you on child support, and now you're a criminal because you missed a child payment. Now they didn't suspended your driver's license. Men are tired of that shit. Automatically when we have a baby, you put me on child support. Now for 18 to 21 years, I gotta pay child support. It's not so much I was being mean to you or I did anything wrong to you, but this is the mentality that of a lot of our women. Oh, girl, go put them on child support so you can get a check. Because automatically you're going to be on Section 8 more than likely, and you're going to get child support. And even women who work, who have jobs, they look at a man like he's supposed to pay child support, not we're going to take care of this child together. We're both responsible for this child financially. We're both going to take care of the child. When the child's with me, I'm going to take care of it. When the child's with you, you're going to take care of it. You're going to buy things for it. I'm going to buy things for the child. We're going to take care of the child. I'm going to pick the child up from school. You're going to pick the child up from school. I'm going to drop them off. You're going to drop them off. Not any of those things. No, the child's going to be with me and you're going to give me a check. That's insane. That's insane. And a lot of men are just tired of doing that. And rightfully so. And on top of having to pick up the slack for other men like a Russell Wilson. Now, God bless Russell Wilson. I admire Russell Wilson. I have much respect for him. I think he's a good dude. I do. You know what I'm saying? I like Sierra. I used to buy her music back in the day. I used to like Sierra. You know what I'm saying? I think she's a talented, beautiful woman. You know what I mean? And I don't wish any ill will because I don't think that she's a bad person. And she made mistakes, obviously, but she tried to correct them. But see, this is the problem. A lot of women wanting to continuously make those type of mistakes and then want to correct them by having some other man come save the day. Captain Save a Hoe. And what we're trying to teach women is that, no, you can't do that, especially since you're saying that you take care of yourself. You're responsible for yourself. You don't need a man. Well, okay, cool. And we cool with that. But we have to get to a place where women are being held accountable. So this young lady from Harlem who decided to slap the police officer, I hope she is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I hope that her family who is trying to get a lawsuit, I hope that it fails. I hope that it fails because that police officer did what was within the law. And there was body cameras that were there. Nobody turned any body cameras off. That's how they know what happened. That's how they know that this young woman ran up on him and slapped him. And she was intervening when she shouldn't have. And when he redirected her, she didn't like it and wanted to be that black woman, boss woman, that usually works in a household with simp ass black men. But that don't work on every black man, and it don't work on police officers. And if that was a white police officer, it probably would have been a lot worse. And in my opinion, I believe that police officer was being lenient. And that was a natural fucking reaction. Now, again, she's a little lady, he's a big ass man. And to hit a woman like that, he could have really, really hurt her. But when are we going to start holding women accountable and saying, listen, what he did, we don't appreciate, we don't like, but how can we make this not happen? How can we see to it that this is less of these type of things? What part did you play in it that caused him to want to knock you the fuck out. You know, keep your hands to yourself. Stop running your mouth. Stop intervening. Your boyfriend is going to jail because he has a weapon on him and he probably killed someone. So he's going to jail. And you over here jumping in a police officer's face, and then you hit him. You slapped him. And then instead of everyone seeing what she did, everybody automatically, well, you're a man and you're not supposed to do that. Never mind the fact that she was out of order, out of place. She needs to be held accountable for what she did. Period and point blank. So there should be no money. You know, and you know, and again, I'm not a police advocate, never will be. You know what I'm saying? But it seems that, you know, police officers are the only ones that can hold our women accountable, because that's what a lot of our women use. They act like white supremacists, and they will cause all kind of fucking problems. And then when you flip out on their ass, will call the man on your ass and watch you get tussled, beat up, abused, all that kind of shit. And they'll be gloating and laughing and all that kind of shit. But then when she jumps in a police officer's face and slaps him, now all of a sudden, oh God, oh no, he shouldn't have did that. Oh my God. No, he should have done that. I'm gonna go as far as to say he should have done it, because it's easy to say no, he shouldn't have done that. And that's low-key what I've been saying throughout this whole fucking video. But no, he should have. Because when are people going to be held accountable? When are women going to be starting being held accountable? See, when you realize that you're not going to get paid for this, and then when another black woman goes out there and does the same thing, you realize you're not going to get a check because you antagonize the situation, maybe that'll slow you down. And a lot of men, black men in particular, are just saying, we're not fucking with Keishas and all the rest of them anymore, because we're not dealing with that. We're not dealing with police officers. We're not dealing with, you know, Keisha and all of them having attitudes, can't even say hello to them, you know, and them jumping up in our faces and then want to call 911 on us. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. You know, so if you want to be angry and you want to be upset, you go ahead and be angry and upset. Like, share, and subscribe. Press that thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, press that subscribe button. Press that thumbs up. And I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out.